First time I saw Star Wars. Oh man, that was 1977. Man, I was working at Cattle Company, and the restaurant was actually located on the same lot where the theater was. So I would take my tip money from my day at work and then just go straight over to the theater and go see Star Wars. I did that about 50 times. But you have to remember, back when it came out, nobody knew what a Star Wars was. It was a totally new thing. Nobody had any idea. So when I first saw it, I was expecting maybe a half-decent cheesy B-movie, but naturally, like everybody back in that time, I was just blown away. Especially by those first few moments when this huge Star Destroyer kept on coming and coming and coming, and by then I was totally hooked.
So rather than going with the established characters, we decided to create a new group of characters. We do have two traditional Jedi, Nicaris and Codian. Nicaris is actually a Jedi Master who trained under Luke Skywalker and has since moved on to a pilot academy on a planet that's on the outer rim of the galaxy. And this is more in line with the type of stories you might read in the New Jedi Order, which is a comic book series, which expands the idea of reestablishing the Jedi Order out in the galaxy. And we thought that would be fun. Nicaris' most promising student is a young Padawan named Codian, and he doesn't know it yet, but he has a twin brother out there in the galaxy who's joined the Sith. And that's a little bit what the story is about. And the other two are bounty hunters, and their misadventures bring them all together, after which they discover that the Empire's up to their old tricks again. Since our story does not involve any of the established characters from the previous films, that gives us a little more creative license in terms of the costuming and the props and the sets, like the one I'm sitting in right now.
Saying what?
I hate it when they discontinue a color, because then I have to run all over frickin' town just to find a color that's, comparable. Because that's actually what I have to use if I have to find a replacement color. No, they don't have that gray. No, that's green. Right here, not black. Oops. Instant cold galvanizing.
Think about it. Think about it.
Keep the windows open.
Oh, yeah.
That's primer color. $4.99. I'm good. I am really good.
When we decided to do this, to make a Star Wars fan film, we were faced with the challenge of creating interiors that looked like they belong in the Star Wars universe. But that wasn't a real challenge so much as taking things that already existed, or that we, in some cases, quite literally scrounged, and recycling those into things that looked like they belong in the Star Wars universe. Now, because we don't have to strictly adhere to specifically this costume and specifically that prop, we can design things that are completely new and different, like Mel's blaster, for example. Now, it looks like it belongs in the Star Wars universe, but is a completely original design. For example, this thing back here, if you've ever worked in an office, You probably had conversations around one of these. It's facing off of a water cooler. And even more interesting, this piece back here, if you ever watched Deep Space Nine, you might have noticed it as the background walls in many of the offices on Deep Space Nine, in particular Bashir's office. Our hero's ship, the Jupiter Sparrow, is it's a Corellian freighter. Same basic make and model of Han Solo's, but very different in some very key ways. And this gives us a broader canvas as to what to do with the interior. There are some aspects of it that are very much like the interior of the Millennium Falcon, but most of it is an original creation.
We designed all of the pieces of the ship to be modular so that we could use them in other ways. Like we can take this. This is not actually attached. We can actually remove this and make a longer corridor if we want. These 4 consoles are also modular. They can be taken down and rearranged any way we want. The same will be true for these when they're finished. Trivia junkies might recognize the seat cushions back here. This is the same exact pattern that was used in the Millennium Falcon lounge area. This here is the lounge area of the Jupiter Sparrow. This is where they, play chess, eat breakfast, and generally lounge around. Back here, we have the water recycling and waste reclamation facility. We invite you all to join us on this exciting adventure. Back here we have the water recycling and waste reclamation machinery.
Try that again with the word reclamation.
Okay, water recycling and waste reclamation. Water recycling and waste reclamation. The water recycling and waste reclamation facility.